What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel, and I hope we're all doing really well. Now, just before we continue, if you could please smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, share this with all your friends and anybody else that plays FIFA, that would be absolutely amazing. Now, let's jump straight into it. So, we have a very defensive formation for you today, a 4-2-3-1-2. As you can see, it is how we've got it set up in front of you, so some extremely nice players. Just finished Evo in Hoyland as we speak, so that's a pretty nice card. That is for another day, and that is for another special that I have coming up. So he will now leave the team. So basically, what we have here is some really nice players, but what we have is an amazing formation, and that formation works so well, and it works so well against the high press. It works against the 4-2-1-3 formations and the 4-4-2s. It has a wide variation, it has a narrow variation, it just has everything you need to see out a game and hold that lead if you are struggling, especially if you're doing like the Fantasy Cup or you want to hold a lead in foot champs. This is perfect for you guys. So as you can see, this is how we have it set up. We have it on balance, we have it on high defensive approach, which is 70. As always, let me drop in the gameplay and I will show you how this works. I'll explain everything as we go along, and then at the end I will show you how I have these players set up and the positions that they're in and the player roles. And guys, you're going to be quite surprised. It might be a defensive formation, but wait and see how many goals we actually score with this formation. And although we don't get shut out, we score and we hold. I mean, we hold leads against very good opponents, and we have against very good players that they have in their team as well. I'm talking about, we come up against the R9s, we come up against the Maradonas, the Zidanes, the Mbappes, the team of the year players, so on and so forth. As I say, it won't let you down. And the beauty of this formation as well is I made two formations. Sorry, scratch that. I made two teams with this formation just to kind of prove a point. So you have the team that you'll see, like the male team, then I have the female version. You'll see the female version before we jump into the gameplay clip. So you'll see that I was using two separate teams, but the exact same custom tactics and player roles, just to kind of prove a point. You don't have to have the meta players. Like I say, I was using females and males, and it worked exactly the same way. So yeah, let me drop in that gameplay so you can see what I mean. And here is that female team that I was telling you about as well. So there you can see it is a 4-2-3-1-2 as we set up, pure film, only females, only the best of the females that I have in my squad. And yeah, we used them, and you'll see from the gameplay clips how well it kind of works. Now, we do get a little bit lucky in certain games, but you need that bit of luck, I think, especially when you're coming up against, in my opinion, better players than what I am, because I'm no means the best FC 24, 25 player there is. I'm quite an average player, so I do rely on these formations, if you like, to get me through. So, as you'll see there, first couple of gameplay clips is the females. Now, what you will have in this formation is you'll have runners off the ball, like here, for example. You won't be overcommitted. You will need runners running forward. So you do need kind of not necessarily the paciest of players, but you do need some good runners. So make sure your left mid and your right mid is pacey, which I think we all have that in abundance right now. And that is what you want. Now we go from there, and then we go straight to the males. And yeah, Leao's such a good card as well. But no, it was such a good formation to use, especially when we were struggling against the 4-2-1-3 users, trying to find a way around it, because I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I just get a little bit bored following the meta. I get a little bit bored playing how the game wants me to play, and I want to play it my own way. So you can see here, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4 of our players in the box. He has quite a few back, but it doesn't matter because the runners you get, the late runners, the wingers, and because we are using the wingers in a certain way, they cut inside, and you can see here from defence, we get the ball back, straight out to the wide player, a little bit of skill. You can see again, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players in this half, again there, late runner into the box. I don't want to sound cocky, but it's such an easy goal to score with those type of things. And again, here you can see the bank of four, the two in midfield, the two holding players, and then we have the forward players. Now, once you get the ball, they're off. So you can see there he's offside trap. Bale has to get back on side, but from here we get that late runner, nice little pass through, and then again another simple goal. It is so simple with this formation. It works so well, and you can see we're quite high up the pitch here, and this is what I was talking about with like you get like a natural press with this. So again here you can see that the bank of four, you can see the two holding players, and then you've got the four players upfield, and then from there you're not going to miss. It just makes life easier knowing that you've got six players plus the goalkeeper behind the ball, and then you can just attack with four, knowing full well that you're not going to be outplayed, you're not going to be outworked. If anything, that your opponent's going to struggle, and that's what my opponent found here. Is he just couldn't escape his own half. There was a player in his way. We've figured out how he plays the game. Again, nice bit of skill from Bale, and then another goal, and that's another. It's an yeah. I don't want to be cocky, but it is an easy goal, and then you can see here you don't even get caught on the counter attack because you have the bank of four, and then you have the two DMs which are quite close together. So even if you have that, I don't know, you're playing against the 4-2-4, or you're playing against the 4-2-1-3, for example, and they have those wide players. It doesn't matter. You still have six defenders. And here, that's what I was talking about. Defender steps up, nicks the ball, and again we're through on goal. It's that simple, guys. It's that simple. And that is, I can't emphasise enough that if you're struggling to hold a lead, or you're struggling against the high press, even there, that long pass there is available to you as well. And then back onto Marlon, cuts on inside. I mean, again, four players in his half, and we still managed to steal the goal. That is what I'm saying. That's why I love this formation. I wasn't expecting to score as many goals as what we did with this formation, but we did. We scored bags and bags of goals on both Gen PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. My son is using this formation also. He's done this. He's used this formation in his fantasy, in his FC Fantasy League, the cup games, the foot champs, everything, and it works so well. So definitely stay tuned for the next part on how we have this set up, because you're going to want to see how this works, because look at this, boom, through on goal. How often do you get this type of this setup? Boom, goal. Let's see how I got it set up. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that bit of gameplay and that bit of commentary that went along with it, just to kind of explain how this works. If you did enjoy that gameplay, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. That would be absolutely amazing as well. But as you can see, this is how we have it set up. So we have the left back and right back set on a full back and defend. Goalkeeper, we just leave him alone. We have him on defend. We don't really need a sweeper keeper in this scenario because we have a back six in effect. The two holding players, Holding and Roaming, on both of those. The reason we have them on Roaming is because we want them to move across the back line. We don't want them to be static. We want them to be. So if you do have a left back out of position because you bombed forward with them, or you have a centre back that stepped up and the defender's got in behind, you want these two holding players to be able to cover those holes, and that is why we have them set to Roaming. The left mid and the right mid, inside forwards and balanced. The cam we have on Shadow Striker, so he's effectively your second striker when in attack, and then advance forward and attack. And it kind of looks like that, a 4-2-1-2-1, if that makes sense. That's how it looks anyway on your radar, so it's a little bit strange to kind of explain it, but that is it in a nutshell, and that is it. There's your code, guys. Let me zoom in on that for you so you can see that a little bit better. And yeah, if you're looking at holding a lead, getting 2 or 3 goals up in the foot champs, and want to hold that lead with you've got 10-15 minutes left to go on the clock, this is definitely the formation for you. It's a very balanced formation. It's a very defensive minded formation, with the added bonus, the counter attacking speed of this formation is absolutely incredible, and that is where a lot of our goals come from, especially the natural press. The natural press this squad gives you, or this formation gives you, you would, if you've watched the gameplay, you would see that we're squeezing up so tight without even asking anybody to do it. You kind of pacify your opponent getting out of their own half, and then they struggle, and then boom, you've got the goal. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and until the next video, everybody take care and look after themselves.